Hello guys and welcome back. Apollo WG back again today, and in today's video I'll be giving you guys my top tips and tricks in H1Z1. During this video I'm going to be going through 10 tips and tricks which may improve your gameplay in H1Z1, helping you get to them final stages in the King of the Kill, and possibly aid you in winning them crucial battles. This is Apollo WG and here is tip number 1. Tip number 1 for you guys will be to go to your settings, go to gameplay, and then change your reticle settings to a reticle that suits you and you feel comfortable with. You can also, in the gameplay settings, change your sensitivity of your mouse and your aiming, so when you aim down the sight, how fast you move. You want these to be probably a little bit lower than you're moving so you can get that more accurate, precise shot. In terms of your reticle, choose a reticle that suits you. The reticle that suits me is 2-on-1. These are just quite small, but it's entirely upon you and what you feel comfortable playing with. Tip number 2 for you guys would be to, in pre-game lobby, shred items of clothing. Shred your hat, your gloves, your shirt. Drop your shoes. The reason for dropping your shoes is that you can pick up convies which make you run fast on the ground. Once you've shredded all these items, make some bandages in the crafting tab, so when you land on the ground you've got some medical supplies. The reason I'll tell you not to shred your shirt sometimes is because it offers you extra carrying space on the ground, but I always find a shirt so I shred it anyway. Tip number 3 for you guys is going to be landing. When you're landing, you want to be looking down on your parachute. If you see that you're not going to make a certain area looking down, strafe towards it. Turn your guy to the right, use the right, and you'll cover a huge distance looking down, going really fast. If you're new to the game, I'd say stay high up, don't come down fast, and see where people are landing. Then go to the quiet area where nobody's landed and get your bearings there, so learn the buttons, the way you're going to move, the aim, crouch, lie down, all them kind of things. If you're with a team, stick together. Stick together. Tip number 4 in today's video is going to be equipment and hotkeys. I'll run through the hotkeys first and I'll go through it as fast as I can. With your hotkeys, you always want to make sure you're using the same equipment on the same hotkey. What I mean by this is that my AR-15 is always on number 1. Number 2, I'll have a shotgun, AK or Magnum. Obviously you can't have all 3 on the same hotkey, so choose the one you want for that play and stick with it. Then number 3, I'll use projectiles like explosive arrows, molotovs, grenades, gas grenades, smoke grenades, stun grenades, all that kind of thing. Then you want to learn your medical hotkeys. Now I can't stress this enough, learn them. By default they are Q and E. For me, I've turned first aid to F because I use E to interact with everything. Then moving on to your equipment, you want to use your helmet. You want to use laminated armour, convies and a military backpack. Always get a helmet. Can't stress that enough. It takes 2 shots to the head with a helmet, 1 to remove the helmet, then 1 to kill ya. This gives you a greater chance of survival and will ultimately help you out in the long run. Then number 2, you want to make sure you got your body armour because it protects your body. If you can't get lammy, makeshift armour will do. Then you want your convies, makes you run faster. Number 4, the military backpack. Don't stress about this if you can't get it. A normal backpack will do. It's just the military backpack offers the highest carrying capacity in the game to my knowledge. Tip number 5, fairly short, is crafting. All you want to do is to be able to make sure that you can create yourself some makeshift armour and bandages. They're the most important ones. Then later on down the line, learn to make explosive arrows, and that is all you really possibly need from the crafting tab. Tip number 6 is combat and healing. It goes without saying, aim for headshots when you're in a gunfight. It may be hard, but you have a higher chance of killing the person before they kill you. The second part will be healing. Time delays on each of the medical equipment will be medkits take 5 seconds, bandages take 3 seconds to apply. Bandages and medkits can both stop bleeding, but multiple bandages are needed to stop bleeding. Bandage can be doubled up with medkits for faster healing, and medkits can't be doubled up for faster healing. So pop a medkit, pop a bandage with it, and you will heal double the rate you normally do. Remember that this is important as it may be the life-saving chance between you and another guy. If you've hit him and he hasn't healed up as fast as you, he might try to rush you and you may have 100% health back and he may be on 50. So this is pretty important. Tip number 7. Always take keys from cars, take the petrol. If you're having trouble with a car following you or you are chasing one, Magnum it. May sound ridiculous, but it does a huge amount of damage to cars. Tip number 8 is entirely up to you if you want to do this in your game, but airdrops, they're a good supply of loot. In there they can have ammo, they can have snipers, they can have ghillie suits, These can really change the game in the final stages, so you don't have to go into them really ridiculous areas. You can sit back and snipe someone off. The only caution that I have for you guys is be careful, because a lot of players do bait airdrops, and there are airstrikes before and after the crate has actually landed. Tip number 9 for you guys today is going to be aware of your surroundings, game plan and strategy. So for me, I always ride the gas if I've got a car, and I'm always aware of where the gas is. You can do this by pressing M. The red block is where you are, the green circle is the safe zone, and the green dark coming in towards the map from the outskirts is the gas. Now at the top right hand corner you'll have grid coordinates, which will show the red block that you're in. Also you'll have your compass bearings. The map's always orientated with the north at the top if you need some little reminders of how the directions go. Naughty elephant squirt water, or never eat shredded wheat. They're just little things that we learnt in school. But make sure you're always aware of the gas and your surroundings, and if you can, make sure you're picking off people that are coming from the gas, because they will already be half damaged and they're easy pickings. And finally guys, tip number 10. Unfortunately we're coming to the end of today's video, but the final tip will be practice makes perfect. Also make sure you have fun, because the game has loads to offer and it just keeps adding more and more, but if you don't enjoy the game you aren't going to get very good at it. This has been Apollo WG. I hope that you've enjoyed today's video. If you have, leave a comment down below telling me what you liked about it and what was the best tip for you. Also leave me some information on how the audio went, because I've been having a few issues with that at the moment. So if you like the video, subscribe, like, do what you have to do. This has been Apollo WG. See you next time.